Let's get good. I am the Gamer Under Development, and this is MechWarrior 5. We are back with Goods Dragoon Guard, and we are doing this final mission in the sequence of 3 for House Merrick. And it occurs to me that the fact that that Jenner has no paint job means that I may have actually sold the wrong Jenner in the past. Or something. I'm not sure why that Jenner has no paint job if that's our Jenner, because our Jenner was painted. So, yeah. That might be part of the reason we had problems too. I don't think it is. It still has 4 medium lasers and it's a Jenner, so there's that. Okay, so going into this mission, last time we struggled to basically defend the facility because we have a lighter squad than I would like to have for this. But there's not really a whole lot of options here. We basically don't have that many mechs that aren't damaged ready to go. Can I get some fire on these? Take out the air support, please. Can we get air support shots here? Oh, we can. Beautiful. Alright, so the air support is gone. Let's get back around to the other side and go after all these other targets. Now, I'm not going to split our squad up like we did last time where we kind of positioned people and left them. I don't think that that was actually that beneficial in the long run. I think that seemed like a good idea at the time, but it really, really wasn't. We don't have the firepower to split up like that and be efficient and effective. Thankfully, we do have a light mech or 2 here to scout for us, but I think we'll be much better served by keeping all of our mechs kind of together in a squad. I am going to work on taking out these tanks here real quick, but we will go right back on this light mech and just kind of shred it. Beautiful. Cicada here, guys. Come get it. I'm not going to be telling our mechs to attack one target in Alpha Strike, though, because I think that what the AI will do is it'll actually prioritize targets that are effectively in range. Basically, things that we want them to focus on instead of things that I am focusing on. So it may seem less efficient, but I feel like overall it's actually going to be more. Okay, my heat is a problem at the moment, but that's not too bad. And everybody is reasonably healthy after that first wave. So far, so good. Jumping around, we've got some riflemen over here, and a cicada. Okay, so in this case, I feel like the riflemen need to go first. Yeah, I'm aware they leveled a warehouse. You guys will survive, it's fine. See if we can get the arms off of this rifleman. It is important to remember that we need to keep our speed up in the Firestarter unless we want to take a lot of damage. Okay, come on guys, get in here and help me out. I cannot do this alone. Trying to be nice and fluid in our Firestarter here and not stay in place for too long. Definitely not stay in line with these riflemen too long because they will tear me apart. It does help to have them shooting at me though instead of the buildings as far as us completing the defense objective. I am, of course, going to be turning my torso there to try to give us some cover, and then taking out this tank on my own because I am in a light, so bringing slightly less damage means that it makes more sense for me to do that. Okay, that tank should be done, and now we can come back and help with these riflemen and this cicada. Now the cicada just kind of walked right in front of us and asked for it, so we're going to go right after him. And he's gotta die soon. Like, this cicada has nothing left, and we're right in his sort of back arc where he can't even turn and get to us. Coates has taken a little bit of damage in the Phoenix Hawk here. Not surprising, the Phoenix Hawk is a mech that has arm weapons, which means it's slightly exposed. Okay, is that it? Do we have another rifleman floating around somewhere? Did you guys take care of them already? I feel like the other rifleman's around here somewhere, or we would have heard... Oh, no, additional bogeys coming in. Okay, we are 1/3 of the way there with Coates taking a little bit of damage here. So far, so good, folks. So far, so good. I think we might actually get through this okay this time. It does look like we have some tanks on both sides, which is problematic. I'm gonna try to take out this Lerm tank right here, because this thing can cause some major problems, especially for me in this light mech. So if we kill this before it causes issue, that's probably gonna be good for us. There are enemy mechs over here on this horizon, we know that for a fact, but what we need to do is make sure that before we engage them, we've taken out all their support that might be damaging the city. And that's mainly to help us protect ourselves as we protect the city. Now, if we wait too long, they will kind of decimate the city, though, so we have to be careful here. Still, I think it's better to wrap around in this sense than it is to go straight at them anyway, because we may be able to get into their back arcs, and if we're able to do that, then perhaps we can take advantage of the light mechs that we have to kind of peel at some back armor and take them out a little bit faster without being at so much risk. Yes, I understand you're taking damage. I am very, very sorry. But I'm gonna be real with you, lady. The more important thing is that my mechs and my people survive. I am trying to defend you, but we're not gonna die for you. You're not paying enough for that. You are not paying enough for that. Okay, so we've got a rifleman back here. We have an Irby with an AC-20 burst fire. So this is actually a serious threat that we kind of want to take out if we can. We don't need to take him out as much as we need to take out his weapon. But I will go straight for him if that... Oh, wow, he just is unloading with that AC-20 burst fire. Ooh, you just saw those shots go off there, so that's why he's dangerous. Oh boy. Alright, this is maybe not the best idea ever. Okay, so the AC-20 burst fire is gone. Maybe not the best idea ever, but it did kind of work. So now we want to try to take some weapons off the rifleman if we can. Given that we don't have that much damage in our light mech, basically what we want to be doing is peeling weapons. We destroy weapons, we basically limit the damage capabilities of the enemy. Very nice. So now all that's really left is the medium lasers on this rifleman. So I think we're going to take him out entirely here. Finish him off. And then we'll go for this Irby that's still left, just so that there's one less unit on the field. And in the meantime, hopefully our guys are focusing on this cicada. Oh good, additional bogeys, just what we needed. Okay, so we're definitely checking our fire here. We don't want to friendly fire anyone. We are close to overheating though, and that's not a good thing. So I'm gonna go straight for our machine guns here. Alright, looking good right now. So far we are looking pretty good. There is another mech out here. Oh, that looked like a Vindy. That's not good. But there's also some lighter vehicles coming in. There's some air support. There's some Lerm tanks over here. We kind of... Oh, no. Alright, so now things are going to get rough. Lady, calm down. I'm trying. But if I die, nobody will defend you. I hope you realize that. Hope that is very clear to you. If I die, you have nobody defending you. Just think about that for a moment. Okay, my entire squad is working on that Vindy, and that's fine. That's a good thing for them to be doing. But I also kind of want them to get moving and get over here to help me out, because I can't do all this stuff alone either. Oh boy, this is gonna get hairy. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. That is another AC... Oh, and we just got stuck right there. That's not good. Okay, we gotta change position here or we're gonna get wrecked. We did not take the AC-20 burst fire off of that Irby yet. That is a huge, huge danger. Now it's not. Alright, the AC-20 burst fire on the Irby is gone. Still have air support up here that needs to go. It's down. Doing okay. We're at 60% on the garrison, so we still have about 20% left that we can let them eat through. And we have 9 units left to kill. Alright, that's one giant weapon bay off. That is another giant weapon bay off. And oh my, that is not a fun thing. Okay, so we gotta keep moving here. We're actually in a lot of danger being in a lighter mech and being kind of stuck between all these heavy boys. Now what we can do is kind of circle around like we've just done, maybe try to take a pot shot there. I'm actually trying to tank with my back armor here a little bit because I have more armor on the back than I do anywhere else. Did you guys just leave the Vindy? Oh my gosh. Okay guys, they just left the Vindicator. They just figured they would leave the Vindicator and come join me in the fight. Which was super ineffective, by the way. Oh, guys, why? Why are you like this? Gotta take that PPC arm off. Alright, PPC arm is off the Vindy. I guess we're taking the Vindy out solo, guys. This is our new game. Look, lady, I'm doing the best I can. You're gonna have to calm down here a little bit. Okay, so arms are gone on the Vindy. All it has left is medium lasers and Lerms. And now we're going straight after these legs. But we are out of heat for our lasers. Lady, relax. Language. Okay, so we can't actually get his weak leg right now because he's hobbling the correct direction. There we go. Now he's done. Okay, guys. They're at 53%. We're still above objective parameters. And this is a bad place for me to be. A very, very bad place for me to be. But at the same time, I'm just going, guys. I'm just going. We're going all in on this guy. Oh, no. Okay, emergency shutdown. I'm going to angle down, try to make sure that I'm not getting hit. Although I very well could be. Come on, guys. Finish him off. One leg gone, one leg left. Gotta make sure that I'm not using our lasers here, because we don't have any heat left. Oh, come on. Get that leg. There we go, leg's gone. Alright, so we've got maybe one more fleet of enemies coming in. I am in terrible shape. Our entire squad is in terrible shape. We do need to take out this support vehicle. It's not a very heavy support vehicle, so it's not like the end of the world if we don't. But I'm not going to leave it up. It still counts as a kill towards getting us done with this mission. We do want to take out that VTOL right there, though, folks. Can everybody focus that VTOL for a moment? Get the VTOL. Come on, guys. Get the VTOL. Don't let it up. Roger, there we go. Okay, so we've got exactly 4 mechs left to kill, and we are done here. The problem is, none of them are light mechs. They're all pretty heavy. I am severely damaged here. This is going to be very interesting. New target acquired. So we tried wrapping around here before, and it wasn't the most effective thing. It's going to be sort of a long path, but as long as our guys stay up there and fight, we may... Oh, come on. It's always this. It's always getting stuck on this... Really? Am I just fully stuck here? Okay, so that one rock breaks. That one rock breaks. The rest of them don't. So it is kind of gutsy to do what I'm doing here, and it seems like our squad has decided they're going to follow me in flanking instead of staying in frontlining, which is problematic because it means that one of our mechs is stuck frontlining that entire squad. Oh no, it'll just turn and show its back instead, because that's really smart. Guys, you're killing me here. Just killing me. And they have an awesome, which is terrifying. And that was not a good idea anyway. Alright, let's see if we can grind the legs of the awesome here. Trying to kind of stay in its back arc. Gonna show my back to it a little bit, just because we actually have armor left on our backside. And we're gonna try to take advantage of being a light mech and just circle grind his legs. If we can circle grind his legs until they're gone, we can actually win this fight. Come on, guys. Everybody do your job and we got this. Alright, my heat is way, way too high right now. But he's got a leg left. And it's about to come off. Alright, twisting a little bit. Awesome is down. Oh, we can do this, guys. We can do this. We're even at acceptable percentages for the mission. We can actually do this. Come on, guys. Help me out here. I can't do it alone, though. I need you guys to work as a squad. Oh no, we're out of machine gun ammo. Okay. Guys, you gotta work as a squad here. I can't do it all alone. And my heat is critical, so now I've just gotta kind of keep moving. And if I can, draw some fire. Alright, peeling weapons off enemies as we can. AC-10 burst fire is dangerous here. We need to make sure we take that out. Pretty close to tearing that arm off already. Just gotta keep moving. Arm is gone. Come on, guys. This is it right here. This is what it's all been waiting for, or what we've all been waiting for. I need you guys to stay on top of this. I have, like, no armor left at all. No armor left, no weapons left. This is a fun, fun game right now. Heat is critical. We're in a very bad place here. Oh, and I can't finish it. Yeah, I get it. You lost a component. Now stop crying and help. Alright, it's down. 2 targets left, guys. Come on. Everybody on him. Everybody on the Centurion. We're going hard. We're going to take him out. And then we're done here, folks. That cicada is not a big threat. Come on, guys. Finish him. Right on. Cicada is all that's left, guys. We can get through this. Oh my gosh, this is incredible, folks. I didn't think we were even going to be able to do this mission. Like, I didn't think we were going to be able to complete this mission, and here we are. We're meeting objectives. We're shredding everything. I mean, we're pretty messed up. We are all pretty messed up here. But if we can complete this and meet our objectives, it'll be kind of amazing. Oh, and there we go. Mission accomplished. We are out of ammo, but we did accomplish the mission. Nobody took severe damage even. So just by staying grouped up there and kind of working as a squad and... yeah, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. That was, yeah. Whew. What a mission. What a mission. I don't know about you guys. That felt really good. Oh, and look at what we get in exchange for all the work. Sadly, we cannot take the rifleman or the catapult home. I would have actually liked to grab the catapult, maybe. But we can take a cicada home, which we'll probably just end up selling anyway. And then we also have, what, 2 more points of salvage left, so we'll go ahead and use that for... can we get that large laser 2? We can. I'll take that. I think we don't really have very many large laser mechs, unfortunately, which makes me more inclined to... let's take 2 medium laser 2s instead. We do know that we will have to replace a large laser on the Phoenix Hawk, though, so actually I think we will take that. That's fine. Alright, mission accomplished. Took some severe damage on the Crab and the Phoenix Hawk, but not on anything else. Oh, I stand corrected. Okay, guys, Freeman lost a leg and only took 80k damage and survived. Good job for once, guys. Let's all take a moment to pat Freeman on the back. He took the least amount of damage and did a great job that mission. Good job, Freeman. Wow, that was intense is one word for it. Holy crud is another word for it. So these guys are all repaired. We have 7 mil right now. We probably want to go head somewhere to make repairs on all of our other mechs, because it's not going to be cheap to do it here. Rare mech. So we could head over to Merrick Space Industry, but I don't think that's going to be best for us, because I think we still have way better reputation with House Liao. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Merrick is getting closer to friendly, but House Liao is still way more friendly to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our star map and jump to Liao's industrial zone right here. Boardwalk is fine. We'll get all of our repairs done, and then we'll go take some more missions for House Merrick. Holy moly, that was just... guys, I am just blown away by that. Ooh, medium pulse laser, huh? And an LB, okay, so now we're getting LB10X ACs. Those are pretty nice. This is actually intriguing. The pulse lasers are interesting because, if I'm not mistaken, they actually do, like... so we tried to look at this before, and I don't think that I took into account the rate of fire. Now, it says rate of fire, but what it really means with a laser is that it's a shorter duration that it does its damage over, which is still very, very powerful. They do generate additional heat, though. Like a considerable amount of additional heat, and have a lower range, which makes them less utility and more like Alpha Strike for me, but I still think we could maybe pick up some. Yeah, we could still pick that up. The LB10X AC here is a tier 4. It's worth 2.5 million. And frankly, I don't know that I would put this on anything I wasn't going to pilot myself because of the way that it's laid out. However, we could potentially put it in a torso slot and then maybe trust an AI with it. I think that might be okay. We've got a tier 4 CERM 2 here. So basically, the rare weapons we're seeing, they're higher tier weapons. I am going to pick up this pulse laser because we generally don't see that many pulse lasers in the first place. Are we starting to see anything else fun, like double heat sinks, perhaps? No. No, we're not. Okay, so in that case, we will take a look at the BattleMechs that are available on the market, just in case there's something cool that we don't have. Quick Draw seems interesting. Actually, quick draw seems pretty good. Got some really, really great utility weapons. 2 of them are on the arms, but the rest are torsos. So the fact that it's primarily torsos is actually really nice. And if you consider that they have 2 missile slots here, we could actually switch these Lerms to Serms if we wanted to and get just like a sort of alpha machine, like a brawly mech. But I don't know how high the armor actually is and whether that warrants it or not. Okay, so we got a nice crab here. Crabs are great, we like them. I would like to pick up a king crab at some point, but I don't think we've seen one yet. Yeah, see, the Wolverine's not quite as great on torso weapons, but the quick draw, having the majority of its firepower in the torsos, is actually kind of appealing at its tonnage. I think what we'll do is we'll go in and look at who we have in the 60-ton range, which is basically nobody. If we look at cold storage here, we don't really have anything that's in the 60-ton range, so it would potentially be good to pick it up for that reason. Where are we doubled up at, though? So we're doubled up in the 35-ton range, but that's kind of our light scout mechs, and I don't think that that's actually a bad thing. I think what we need to do is also kind of change the way that we lay out our squads. Like, I really like the Locust, but I feel like the Locust was really good for when we were doing a lot of solo demolition and things like that. I mean, we might still keep it as a scout mech, but I really think that what we want to do is start laying out our squads a little bit different, where we've got like a scout mech for each squad. So can we move these? We can. Lovely. Okay, so if we look at it like this, then we have a scout mech for each squad, the Locust being a scout mech. However, the flamers on it are not something I'm super inclined to take, although we could use it as a scout mech for like demo missions and things like that. We want kind of a heavy hitter mech. Like, if we start looking at it as an arrangement of squads, I think it actually works out better. And the thing is, we do need to make sure that we have squads at different tonnages, but at the same time, those squads don't have to be formatted the exact same way. So here we know that it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is the way that it's laid out again. So our second unit is going to want to have a good left side weapon, potentially, and... So if we're looking at it from that perspective, then what do we want on our... Well, we want like a Warhammer or a Jaeger or something in that second slot, something that's got weapons kind of on both sides and can function as kind of a strike mech. And we can see there's a variety of tonnages we have there with those. Then we want mechs that are kind of heavy on the right side, which actually all of these happen to be, and then just beefy boys in the back. Now, beefy boys in the back here does mean that perhaps we need to do something with our Wolverine, because the Wolverine doesn't really qualify as a beefy boy. Like, I don't know, he's got solid armor, I guess, but he's like a 55-tonner, whereas our beefy boy backlines here are 70 and 90. I'd like to put something a little bit heavier up there, so perhaps this? That seems good. The problem I have with that, well, I guess he does have an AC5 on his right arm. So if we start looking at these like squads like this is probably a little bit better of a way to do. And then I'm not sure how our tonnage works out here, but we can tune that over time. For now, let's go ahead and start repairing stuff. So this one has lost some cooling, which means that we did lose a heatsink or 2. Oh, it's just damaged, though. It's just damaged. This is the Firestarter. We're going to go ahead and repair that up and start work. And actually, one thing that we can do here now is we can try saving patterns and things for application to our other mechs, because we do have a mod to do that. So like the Jenner, for example, we know is not painted the way we would like it to be painted. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can save this, and we're going to call this Goods Dragoon Guard. Enter to confirm. Okay, so now we should be able to just pick that on our Jenner here to repaint it correctly. Wham. I love it. That's great. We still can't tell because it's all thrashed, but when it's repaired, we'll be able to tell. So here we did potentially lose a weapon, it looks like. I'm also curious whether or not this is maxed out on armor. It does look like it's maxed out on armor, so it's really weird that the paint job was off on it. I don't know how that happened. I wonder if you cold storage something if the paint job goes away as well? Like, that's possible, but I never thought that would happen. Okay, crab here, we've got to replace the large lasers. That's not going to be cheap. Thankfully... Oh my, and I didn't realize this, but the crab is just loaded with double heat sinks. I mean, we kind of have a way to replicate them now if we need to, but still. Those are arm weapons. It's kind of dangerous to put a large laser on an arm weapon, but at the same time, like, This crab is really, really hefty. It's kind of nuts, though, the way that the squad layout works. Like, you really can't pilot any of the larger mechs yourself if you want the squad to be effective. You kind of have to pilot all your scout mechs, which isn't great, you know what I mean? Alright, so knowing what we know about the way that squads work out, it's kind of painful to put double heat sinks on a mech we can almost guarantee that we will not be piloting. But it is what it is. It does... excuse me, folks. It does make the mech stronger. Sorry, allergies have been terrible lately. Let's go ahead and load or edit our loadout here. So we did lose a tier 2 large laser off the Phoenix Hawk. That's not super surprising at this point. We also lost a couple mediums, which is easy to replace. I think we'll just give it a tier 1 medium here, and then we lost a couple tier 3 machine guns. That's actually sad. We don't have replacements for those, so we're just going to use tier 0s here. I guess we could go to the market and see if they have some machine guns for us to pick up, but they really don't. And the ones they do have are tier 0s as well, so not a great thing anyway. But the nice news is, after that, we can just go ahead and repair all. These jump jets here may be wasted, they may not be. I do know that the AI will use them now, but maybe not the most effectively. For this mech, we actually only lost armor, so we'll just repair that armor. The Hunchy lost a lot. We'll come to that in a moment. I want to see if we have anything that just lost armor first. Okay, yeah, the Wolverine just lost armor. Now we go to the Hunchy. This is going to be potentially expensive. Okay, so we lost a single heat sink here, so let's go ahead and throw one of those on. We lost a medium laser tier 2 times 4, I want to say. And we actually have some medium laser tier 1s on there, which isn't great either. Can we actually buy medium lasers here? They got a couple tier 1s. I don't know how many tier 1s we have, though. We need to replace a lot, though. So we actually have tier 0s in the arms, which are unfortunate. I think I'll take those off and go tier 1s. That does put our firing out of sync, but there's really nothing we can do about it except for put in more medium laser tier 2s that we don't have. So this will have to be fine for right now. We're only using a single double heatsink in this frame or this mech, which is really... I've been playing a lot of Warframe lately. That's why I just said frame. But anyways, yeah, we're using a ton of heatsinks in this mech. It's kind of crazy. Go ahead and start the work there. Actually, with the number of heatsinks we have in that mech, it might even be worth it to try some pulse lasers on that later. And then we've got the Jaeger here, which we know has lost some spendy things. Oh, and of course it loses the tier 2 AC5 burst fire, not the tier 1. Let's take a look at what can potentially replace that. AC10 burst fire? No, that's a little bit too heavy. That'll take too much tonnage, I feel like. So what we might do here, go with another AC5 burst fire and just another tier 0 machine gun if we have it. We do not, so we'll go with a tier 1. Ooh, we also have an Ultra Autocannon 5. Ultra AC5 does have a little bit more interesting fire pattern or rate, but I feel like putting one Ultra AC5 in is kind of not a good idea. It'd be better to have 2. So we'll kind of wait on that. Everything else looks good. We do have some cicadas to sell off here, so we will go to the market to sell those. Would you guys like to buy a couple juncadas? I know. Cicadas are, you know, useful or whatever. They kind of seem like throwaway cheap mechs to me that you buy when you can't afford to have an actual military. Which is basically what I guess they are in the canon, so it makes sense, This quick draw here does look very, very appetizing to me. I think in our current mech layout, if we were to take him, he might replace the Wolverine. The Wolverine does have way too many weapons on the arms. If the Wolverine loses its arms, it's basically useless. Yeah, this one's not great if it loses its arms either. Tonnage-wise, though, the Jaeger is a little bit heavier, has a little bit more armor. I think the Wolverine is the one that I would gladly replace, so let's go to the market and see exactly how much this quick draw is going to be. At 3.9 mil, I think we can afford to replace this pretty well. Or afford to bring this in pretty well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring him in. He is pretty solid. I do wonder about the slot layout on these torsos, though. Like, he can fit a LERM 10 and a CERM 4. Does that mean he can also fit a CERM 6? Because I'd actually like to give him 2 CERM 6s and 2 medium lasers so that we have sort of a brawly quick draw. I can't say for sure that that's going to work, though. I guess we'll take a look once we buy him. He's not too much anyway. He's like 3 mil. Okay. Gotta move mechs into cold storage for it to work, which means we would have to move the Wolverine before it gets repaired. I was trying not to do that, but it's fine. We'll do that, and then we'll just pick up this quick draw here. Go over to our BattleMechs, we'll take a look at the quick draw, try to get him spec'd out a little bit. So let's strip everything. Strip armor, max armor. With that max armor, we're gonna take down the back armor a little bit here. Give him a little more hefty front armor. Let's go down to 22. If I trusted the pilot, we would go down even lower on back armor. But I don't necessarily trust our AI pilots that much. They make some bad decisions sometimes, so we are going to leave a reasonable amount of back armor on there. We still want to be heavier on the front armor, though. Okay, so 2 torso energy slots is a very strong thing for us to have here. We might actually even go with pulse lasers there, but I think for right now, because I'm not 100% sure of who's going to be piloting this or how well they're going to be piloting it, I think we'll just do this. And then we do have a small and medium missile slot here. So for the medium missile slot, I want to see if we can get them a nice heavy CERM 6. Seems pretty good. And then for the small, we'll try to do a CERM 4. Okay, so we have a ton of CERMs. Now we've got our nice medium lasers. This is a super brawler. It's not going to have a ton of range, and that's kind of okay. Like, I accept that. We could put a Lerm on there, but I feel like we're going to get more out of these CERMs and just being brawly. Our max range is much lower on this guy now, though. That's something that we do want to keep in mind. Our cooling is pretty bad at the moment. We are not putting a double heatsink in because I'm not crazy. We can actually, though, put these in the engine heatsink slot, which is pretty good. So we'll put 2 of those there. We're still a little bad on heat. Gonna go ahead and put a little more cooling in. Once we got that cooling, though, everything seems kind of good. And we still have like 5 tons to play with, which we do need ammo. We do need ammo, so let's grab like a couple CERM ammo. How many rounds are in this? 320 rounds. This is firing so we're looking at 10 of these. So 320 rounds means 32 shots from both of our CERMs. That means, yeah, we really don't need 2 CERM ammos. We could probably get away with just 1. So we could go with some additional cooling. And now that I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, we have all this extra space essentially, maybe we do go pulse lasers on this. Maybe we go pulse lasers, because he's already kind of shorter range anyway, so this makes him into a really short range brawler that's got some real power behind that range. I kind of dig that. I think that there's something great to be said about being able to just wreck something at close range. I think we'll also go with the CERM 6 plus Artemis 4 here, just to give it a little bit more focused accuracy. And yeah, I mean, there's really not a whole lot else we can do with this mech. We are really close to our tonnage limit right now, so we just tell it to repair and start work. I'm actually really excited for that quick draw. I think that thing is going to work out very, very well once it's done. I think it'll be awesome. Okay, back to the star map here. Let's see if we can find a single mission. I really do not want to do a series of 3 again. That seems like a really bad idea, to be honest. Like, it was hard to get through that series of 3. There is an assassination contract here, but I believe when we looked, that is actually not for who we want it to be. Yeah, the employing factions there are House Liao. We're not trying to work for House Liao. There are a couple of defense contracts here on House Merrick. Let's go do that. Let's see if there's a defense contract here that we can take. Fly on over. We'll take the quick draw out in our next mission. Like, I'm not going to take it out, but we'll have somebody take it out because that makes us a lot of sense just for us to kind of give it a test. 2 available contracts here. We're going to take Training Day. Normally, we have a battle-hardened unit at this outpost, but they've been rotated out, and we've got a bunch of raw recruits instead. An enemy force is closing in, and judging by all the hardware they're bringing, they didn't get the memo. Save our base, and especially save those greenhorns. Sounds like a job. I like it. So we're going to lose rep with House Liao by doing this, but we're going to gain rep with House Merrick, which is kind of what we've been working on anyway. I am going to take a reasonable amount of damage coverage here just to kind of cover us on that. With only 10 salvage shares, the only thing we could potentially bring back is like a light mech, which is kind of unfortunate. Like, that's actually not something I'm super happy about, but it is what it is. We accept this. We have a 270-ton limit. So let's go ahead and look at who we're gonna bring along. We can't wait, which is weird. Normally we have the option to wait there. Hopefully it'll let us wait anyway for when our mechs are ready. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't. So I think I'll definitely take the Firestarter as our scout mech. And then Freeman we can put into... I mean, if we're going with... Oh, I like how it changed the layout here. Like, I had a different layout before than the layout I'm seeing here, which is kind of annoying. Oh, we can see the chassis by weight here. Okay, so Freeman we want in sort of a... I mean, Freeman we could actually put in the quick draw. How fast is the quick draw? The quick draw is actually pretty fast for the size of mech that it is. We can put Freeman in the quick draw. I actually trust him in that now. Coates here is probably going to be better off in something that is more evasive than heavy. I don't know that we really have anything that fits that qualification that's going to go in that slot. I mean, the crab is kind of there, and he does have high energy weapons, so that's not a bad usage for him. And then we have how much tonnage left? Enough to go really, really heavy with Boils here. So for Boils, let's put her in a big, big, beefy boy like the Cyclops. And we're still way under tonnage there, so we can bring somebody's tonnage up. I guess we could take Coates up a little bit. And we're not doing a series of 3 missions here, so it is okay for us to kind of push the limits of weight. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. That seems like a pretty good squad. Oh, we didn't paint the quick draw. Mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. So we're gonna... Mission start is delayed because the quick draw is being worked on. Beautiful. Let's wait. Hold on. The quick draw says that it lacks ammo. I don't know how it would lack ammo when we gave it ammo. Oh... Mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. We need Artemis ammo. Okay, so that is actually somewhat problematic. Because we decided to mix Artemis in there, we actually need Artemis ammo as well as regular CERM ammo. And in order to do that, we've got to take a little bit of tonnage off here. Not liking that too much, so maybe we just switch this to a non-Artemis CERM, unless we have a CERM 2 with Artemis, which we do not. So yeah, we'll just change this back to a CERM 6. That was a mistake on my part, guys. Whoops. Mistakes were made. Turn that armor back up, though. And now we've got, like, an extra ton as well, so what we'll do with that extra ton is we'll probably just give him... What is it? Another heat sink, maybe? Help with his heat? Sure. Okay, so now we've got to wait for that to finish, but that should be fine. We'll wait it out. Go to confirm our lance. I mean, honestly, with this being a single mission and us having the tonnage we have, maybe we will just take the quick draw. I think we'll take the quick draw here. It's not a super slow mech, and then we can go ahead and put Freeman into something that is sort of reasonable. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of okay with him taking the Jenner. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that looks like a good squad. Oh, but we're out of time. I totally lost track of time, guys. I got so into it. We will take this up next episode where we'll be testing out our quick draw. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. I can't believe how we came through that mission. I really can't. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!